everybody, I'm Tony Fleming from Fleming's Ultimate Garage, and we are looking at what I call a future collectible. What does that mean? What does that mean when someone says future collectible? How could you possibly predict the future? And you're absolutely right, I cannot. Thank God I'm not doing the 1-800 psychic. I'm not even doing any of that. But what I am saying is this. Some of these now are selling for over $100,000. This car, new, was not $100,000. It was in the $4,000 range. And so, really? This right here we call investment grade. This is the beginning of the Shelby Cobra, right? Here in a sports car, Ford drivetrain put in. Shelby puts this all together. If you've never driven one, man, these things are a blast, and they are sneaky fast. Nobody knows what they are, right? Factory cars built there with the engines from Ford, shipped to England during the time. Not a long run of these cars either. And this is a beautiful restoration with a couple small modifications. If you don't like the modifications, this is what's cool. This has a hood on it that could easily be replaced with the stock flat hood, right? Easy. Stock wheels and tires with the hubcaps. If you like that look better, easy. Other than that, most everything you would never see. It just drives better, has an upgraded suspension. You'll see some stiffening things around the car that are kind of hidden from everybody else. This is a driver's car, not a driver quality car. It's above driver quality. Driver grade, right? It's above all that. However, it's designed to be driven, and that's what we're going to talk about as we move around the car. All right, some of you may notice that this emblem is missing on the side. It fell off. I don't know why. I didn't install it new. Whoever did it didn't do it right. We now have a new one coming. You will get the car with the new emblem and installed right so it doesn't fall off. I just want to point that out because people are probably saying, all right, look at that. It's missing the emblems. Oh, it's probably missing the engine. No, not like that. That's what happened. All right, on to British Racing Green, probably one of the greatest colors ever out there, right? Sunbeam Alpines, Sunbeam Tigers, Jags, all these Healey's, all these great British cars came in this car here. A Porsche 911 and a Ferrari in British Racing Green, although I've seen them, they're okay, right? Nothing really says British Racing Green like a British car. All right, in this case here, we're talking about mirror finish. I don't need to do the paint thing. I'm going to, but you don't need to because you can see everything in the ceiling in this paint. You can see the beams of the ceiling, the lights, you can see the electrical wires, you can see everything up there, which is pretty cool. But check out that right there. Crystal clear, letters are nice and crisp. And that's exactly what you want to look for because that's the shine that you're getting to see in this video right now. All right, some cars you buy for the interior. Maybe you buy a Rolls Royce or a Bentley for the interior. Some cars you buy for the suspension, maybe a Porsche GT3. Some cars you buy for what's under hood. And this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Check this out, man. This right here is very special. Not only is it special, but look at the detail here. For instance, I want to point out some things to let you know about a level of restoration that sometimes you dismiss. Because here's what I get all the time. Hey, Tone, that's a beautiful looking car. But a lot of times we don't know why. When you open the hood here, this has the correct polished valve covers on it. This is painted silver like it's supposed to be. Why is it sideways on here? Well, because the engine wouldn't fit if it was put on this way because the hood would hit it, right? That's the factory way it was done, which is a cool kind of thing. This has some stiffening going on right here. But the detail stuff I wanted to talk about is, for instance, like these are ceramic coated manifolds on here with stainless fasteners, right? You say, Tone, who cares, right? Like, who cares about that? I'll tell you who cares. You'll care when you open the hood and the manifolds aren't all rusty looking and ugly, right? All the wiring is new in here. Correct generator is still in place, not converted over to an alternator. Look how beautiful the wiring is here because you know it's new. Upgraded fan, upgraded radiator. This car rolls down the road. It's exactly the way you'd build it, right? Came with a 260, which was nice power, but this one here makes a ton more power than the original car, and why it's such a great driving car too. A lot of people are not going to know what this is, right? This small little call out right here, 260, they don't know what 260 means. In this case here, that was the original size engine that came in the car. However, in this case here, we believe that this engine makes around 260 horsepower as well, which makes it a sneaky fast car. You say, Tone, 260 horsepower, that doesn't sound like much. Isn't that what a minivan makes? Yes, but a minivan weighs around 4,000 pounds. This weighs around 2,000 pounds. So this is like having 500 horsepower in a car. This thing rolls down the road. But it's usable. It's so cool. It's a little tiny sports car, right? English, good looking, with the built-in tonneau cover there that came from the factory, right? And then open up this in here, and look at that. Throw a couple soft bags in there, put your chairs in there if you want to go to a car show, go away for the weekend. Like, this is a real car that you can use really, and an awesome, awesome driving experience. Not to mention, before I let you go, all new emblems, chrome, taillight bezels, all of the little things here, the dual exhaust that sounds so great coming out of the back of this car, right? This is exactly the way you want to do it. Done. So you're walking up to your beautiful British racing green Sunbeam Tiger at a car show. You go, man, that is a good looking car, and it's mine. But that experience pales in comparison to being inside the car, working the shifter, hearing that fall and rise of the engine over time. Let's get in here and check that out. All right, so some people will say, well, I don't know if I'm going to fit in this car. I'm a kind of a bigger person, and the truth of the matter is I'm 6'1", and I got plenty of room to drive this car. And this is a driver's car. And you say, Tone, everybody says the driver's car is a driver's car. Well, let me explain to you what I mean by that. First off, my arm fits perfectly right here and holds the wheel right in place. I got a full array of gauges here, 5,500 RPM tach, aggressive 140 mile an hour speedometer, full set of gauges here to let me know what's happening. I got a hidden stereo system that's in here, and I have a restoration, right? New carpets, new seat covers, new dash, new wood, Motolita, British steering wheel. This right here, back here, can be used for putting the dogs back there. You can get a jump seat for the small kids if you wanted to. Throw some soft luggage back there. Whatever you want to do, man, this thing is a functional sports car, right? It has a glove box, right? It has a console here. It has, in case you want to take off smoking, it's got an ashtray. I mean, you can be whatever era you want to be, from Mad Men to modern now, whatever that might be. Anyway, the point of the matter is, this is a fast car. It's a nice, comfortable car to work and drive, and it has a lot of minor convenience as well that a lot of cars don't have. All right, so let's close up on this video real quick and talk about some important points of it. For instance, this is in the Sunbeam Tigers Owners Association, right? It's registered in there, so we know it's a real car. That's very important. That it's not an Alpine that was converted to a Tiger by somebody in a garage. It came from the factory as a Tiger, right? We've seen some restoration. You've seen an enormous amount of photos, but we did a video walk around of the quality of this car, right? And it's different than other cars. The hood, I think, love it. The wheels, love it. I'm not sure I'd change it. I could enjoy driving it, but as these continue to go up in value, you may have to find a way to you know, if you have to meet the market and put the stock hood on it, so be it. They sell a hood. It wouldn't be a big deal. We can also do that for you as well if you wanted before we shipped it. We could all work all that out. So, I always say this: buy a car that's done. Right? Everybody thinks they're going to save money and I can get this done, and don't even think about it. We restore cars here all the time. It takes 2 to 3 years to restore a car. If you can find somebody who works to start on it tomorrow, versus being able to pick this car up and take it home this weekend. How you doing? All right. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this cool Sunbeam Tiger. And if you don't mind, hit the like button down below on the screen there. And maybe share this with your friends. And subscribe to the channel, because we have new content coming out all the time. And I'll see you next time. All right, so the real question is, how do I hide this from everybody when I start it and it sounds like this?